Hey everybody, I have a new video for you today. It's going to be a get ready with me for work. I am a nurse in a hospital. Right now I work on a urology unit and I do 12-hour shifts. So I'm actually filming this after work because I forgot to film an introduction after my makeup yesterday before work. So my makeup is looking a little crusty now, but just give me grace. It's been a long time since I put it on. It's about 8:30 in the morning right now, and I started this makeup at 2:30 yesterday, 2:30 p.m. yesterday, and now I'm just getting home. I'm ready to eat my breakfast / dinner. I took the animals out and fed them and everything. I'm ready for bed. But you get ready for this video because I got a new one for you. Let's cut to it. Hey guys. Okay, so let's start with the Nude Sticks Dewy Barrier Hydrating Stick. And this is just a clear, there's a hair on it, that's lovely. Clear, like balmy product. I get a lot of dryness and flaking on my eyebrows, like up here and between the brows specifically. So and my eyebrows are microbladed, that's why they look a little weird. They're really due to be done. Like they were due to be done in June. Lately I've also been putting it in this area of my forehead because it's been kind of flaky, so I'm going to do that too. Especially right up at the hairline. I'm sure that's great for my bangs. Yeah, see I already have hairs going on it. Whatever. I'll make the hair work later. So we are getting ready for work today. I couldn't sleep very well because I got my schedule a little messed up. I do work night shifts, so I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. 3 days a week. I'm a nurse in a hospital, that's why I have the 12-hour shifts. And yeah, I stayed up yesterday on my day off cleaning all day and doing my nails and a pedicure and like just a bunch of stuff I needed to do basically. And I did some organizing, I did all sorts of stuff, and I'm glad I got all that stuff done, but it kind of messed my schedule up staying up all day because then I slept all night. So yeah. Okay, next we're going in with the Summer Fridays sunscreen. It is SPF 30. It's called the Shadedrops Mineral Milk Sunscreen. It's just like a yellow liquidy product. And I like that when it blends out, it looks white now, but when it blends out, it really doesn't look white for very long at all. So probably because it's mineral and not zinc based. So I just put a line like that on my hand, start on the forehead. I always cover my eyelids because I don't want any sun making me look old there. So I got my Halloween costume this morning. I say this morning, but it's 2:30 in the afternoon. But for me it's the morning because I was bored trying to sleep and I couldn't. So I wasn't going to do a Halloween costume this year because I just didn't feel very inspired to. But my boyfriend keeps asking me, what are you going to be for Halloween? You have to be something for Halloween. So apparently he's not going to accept that we're not doing Halloween like that this year, where we do costumes and stuff. So I ended up getting a costume. And I decided after looking, I didn't want to put together a costume this year like I did last year. Last year I was like a vampire. But I put together this really cute outfit from like, oh, I forgot my ear on this side. I was putting together this really cute outfit from like all different sites, like a really cool skirt and corset top. You know, I got a million things. That was my cat messing up. I tried to close the door so that she wasn't in here, but it was too hot with the door closed and these lights on. So now she is climbing things and messing things up and making noises, and I'm not very happy about it. I do another line for my neck. So anyways, last year I went to like, you know, 10 different sites to find it. I kind of put it together myself, made my own vampire costume. And I didn't feel like doing that this year. I felt like just making a curated costume that was already done. So that's what I did. I just looked at all the costumes that are already available and like put together. And I'm going to be Pikachu. Yeah, I'm going to be a little Pikachu. It's kind of like a rave costume though, so it's like a Pikachu raver. So I haven't told my boyfriend yet, like, that I'm going to be Pikachu. He's probably going to think it's so dumb because I'm not into Pokemon at all. So, but that's just details. It's just to look cute. It's not about Pokemon itself. It's not because I'm a fan of Pokemon or anything. I need chapstick. Ugh. My lips don't feel good. This is the Lanolips. You gotta be kidding me. She just literally fell. Like, she was on the shelf of the closet and fell off that shelf trying to get down from it. Lesson learned, but probably not actually. So yeah, this is the Lanolips Ointment 101. This is in green apple. I like this one. I think just because the color's really pretty though. So, I already tweezed stray hairs for my eyebrows. I already did my red light therapy, my moisturizer. I did a vitamin C serum today and like a hydrating toner. I guess I can leave all that in the description. I'll leave it in the description what I put on before my makeup today. Alright, next is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. So that's just like a silicone based primer. It's very silicone-y. I take about that much and put it right in between my eyebrows. I don't really get an oily T-zone. I use this to kind of fill in my pores to make everything look smoother. I think it helps with oil control as well. And I put it above my eyebrows here because my pores really show there. What the heck? And then I also kind of put it down here because when I put sunglasses on, it kind of takes away some of my makeup, but with the primer there, I feel like it doesn't maybe. Lately, I've also been putting it here because I'm getting wrinkles. Wrinkles. I'm turning 34 in March. It is now October. So I'm almost 34 and I am seeing wrinkles. I'm seeing fine lines just under my eyelid. Like just under the eyelid, and then I'm seeing these lines here on my forehead, and I'm not excited. I'm dealing with some hair thinning. My lines are starting to show. I have no idea about gray hairs because I color my hair once a month, so who knows if I have gray hairs. But yeah. Alright, then I'm going to use the lid lifting treatment. This is supposed to help drooping eyelids somehow. It firms and tightens, I think. I don't know if it's really working. It doesn't seem like it is doing much at all. but it does, I think, help to hydrate my eyelid. So I put it all over the eyelid and all up here. I am a very dry girl, so I need all the hydration I can get. And this seems like it is helping. Either that or it's just because I've been sleeping in my makeup a lot less lately. So that might be why my eyelids aren't as dry. But I don't know. My nose itches. Okay. Oh, I just blanked. Oh, I kind of have to let that dry a second, so now I'm gonna go in and prime my eyelids and like whiten them out basically. I use like, I think it's the lightest color of the NARS creamy concealer, radiant creamy concealer. It's in 01 Chantilly, I believe. Light 1 Chantilly. I made 01 up. I made that part up. So I'm just gonna put this on and it gives me a really good base. Okay. First it's really hard to do your makeup and talk at the same time. First, I spread it out with my finger just to spread it out. And then I go in with a sponge and pat it out, bounce it out. Oh my gosh, I just had a light bulb moment. Didn't Beauty Blender come out with some kind of bounce foundation? Like it was called Bounce something? It's because, wow, they called it Bounce because you bounce the Beauty Blender on your face to blend things out. Wow. What a random light bulb moment. I can't be the only one that did not understand that. Okay, then I'm going to do a little transition color. I've been using bronzer for this. Something on there. I've been using bronzer for this. This has been my favorite bronzer lately. My whole complexion just looks perfect with it on. So I've been ignoring all my other bronzers lately. So, and I always use the same bronzer that I'll use on the rest of my face for this transition color situation. It's also just kind of setting the creamy concealer on. Here's my brush. Now, I don't have my favorite brushes today for my eyes specifically, because I really need to wash my brushes. So, but this one used to be my favorite until BK Beauty became a thing. But this is the Sigma Tapered Blending E35 brush. I use one brush for blending out and for the transition color. I use the same brush for those two things. And then I use another brush that's a little denser to put on my outer color. And today I have a super old brush for that. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. Just a brush they make. I don't know. I don't know if you can even buy these separately, to be honest. But it was one of the brushes in the first palette that I got from Anastasia Beverly Hills. What was it? It was the Untamed palette. It's funny because I have a bunch of those brushes and I know exactly what brush came with what palette. But yeah, that was from the Untamed palette. It just like came in it. So do this. I do not put it on the first half here. I kind of put it above because I'm kind of setting that so that it doesn't crease, but I want the inner color to really pop, so I don't want to put anything under there. Oh, we're starting to crease, but that's okay because this will spread that crease out. Spread it out. This one always ends up looking darker because it's the second time I go into the bronzer. I don't know. So I always have to equal it out with this one. I still feel like they're not equal. It must be symmetrical. So today we're actually using two different products. For the main lid color, I'm using a ColourPop Single Shadow. It actually looks true to color in the camera, but online when I bought it, I thought it was just like a regular red, like a good true red. No, it's like orange with gold glitter in it. I've used it a lot actually, as you can tell. But yeah, it's one of their Super Shock shadows, so it's got kind of a weird texture. Kind of a, what kind of texture is this? A putty texture, just a little bit, but it's drier than that. It's called Cuteologist, like cute, someone's cute, and then ologist. Super Shock Shadow, is that what I said? I hope so. But yeah, that one's pretty. It's not what I like wanted when I ordered, but I do like it. And then we're using the Natasha Denona My Dream palette for the outer color. So this is quite an old palette, so you can tell it's very dirty. But I'm going to use this brown shade for the outer color. What is that called? Aspiration. So we're doing an orange and brown look today. Very fall, actually. Ooh. Oh, you know what I can do today? This is the first day of October that I'm going to work. It's October 2nd. But I didn't go to work yesterday. So I need to pull out, I need to find my Halloween badges for work today. So I'm going to do a fall look and have a Halloween badge. It's going to be great. So let's put that Super Shock shadow all over the lid first. The only thing I don't like about these Super Shock shadows is over time they do dry out. Like it's getting harder and harder to get this to be able to get on my finger and apply. It's just getting drier. I actually had to throw one out recently. I don't remember what it was called. It was so pretty. It was like a magenta. But I had to throw it out because I literally couldn't get it out of the container because it was so dry. And look, this just cracked. It just shows you how dry this is. This actually might be the last time I use this one. Oh. So this look better be good. It's kind of a red-orange. On camera it looks more orange than it does in real life. In real life there's a red tinge to it. This is very Halloween-y, huh? Sweet. I am not mad about that. Did I plan it? No. I always pick my shadows from a randomizer. So I have a randomizer app on my phone and I've listed all of my single shadows, cream shadow sticks, liquid shadows, and then all my palettes in the same randomizer list. I feel like there's more glitter on one than the other. It's the only problem with these glitter shadows for the lid color is that can happen. So then I just have it to choose. And if I get a single shadow, then I'll choose again so that I can see what palette to use for the outer color, or what single to use for the outer color, although that's never actually happened. Where usually if I get a lot of single shadows that I have anyways, the ones that I actually buy are like lid color type colors. So if I get 2 in a row of single shadows, I'll put the second one to the side for the next day. And then just choose a palette for that day on the randomizer. But yeah, I have a whole system on, because I have so much makeup and I want to make sure I use all of it, like actually use it. I don't want to just use the new stuff that I get. So, okay, now I'm going to take that brown shade there and load up my Anastasia Beverly Hills blending brush that's a little denser than the other one. We're just gonna pack her on. I'm gonna go all the way in. Wow. That is a really dark brown. I almost went with black instead of brown because there's a black in this palette, but I decided not to. I don't know. I didn't feel like being that harsh, I guess. So this is a pretty messy part of the process, and that's okay. This is the part where I look like I don't know how to do makeup. I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to take the lighter dense, whatever, brush, the Sigma tapered blending brush. And it still has the bronzer on it. So I'm going to start at the inner corner and start blending this brown out. Do the inner corners first because that's where I want the least amount of color. And this brush is going to get color on it quickly from doing its blending job. Okay, I feel like that's taking away a lot instead of blending it out. Probably just the consistency of the Natasha Denona eyeshadows is very different from other eyeshadows. It's almost like wet. There we go. Now it's more evenly blended. For this point of my process anyways. I kind of blend it here. And I'm going to put that Cutologist color, that orange color, back on to make it look more uniform. I'm going to do a weird trick where like there's too much darkness in my inner corners here. I'm going to take my clean fingers and just kind of do that. Clean it up a little. It's actually something I only started doing recently. I'm going to go back in that aspiration color, the dark brown, and pack some more on. And that's just the process. Keep putting more on and blending, putting more on and blending. And I'm really trying to pack it, not so much as blend it. See how I'm kind of pressing and pouncing? Okay,
Now we're going to blend it. I'm actually going to go on my washcloth and do this business to, sorry if the camera shakes, to get some of that dark color off. Usually if I'm working with a really dark color, I would do something like that. I'm going to start in the inner corners. So that's where we want the least amount of brown and darkness. I'm going to actually wash or wipe it off again. We're getting somewhere. Oh, we're getting somewhere now. I just hit my elbow. A little too much was taken off in the blending process over here. I didn't go back in. I'm just using what was left over on that brush. And there's some patchiness kind of here. Just natural. I'm gonna wipe my brush off again. I wish my whole table wouldn't shake when I do that. Is that like necessary? I'm gonna do this again. Actually, I need to do the same thing over here. Darn it, took more off again. I'm gonna actually go back in this time. Working with very dark, almost black outer colors is definitely more challenging. Like, I think black is the hardest one to work with because it just gets out of hand so quickly and like way too aggressive so quickly. I really like how this side looks, but this side's driving me crazy. It just looks terribly uneven. I don't know. A lot of that will be cleaned up when I do my brows. That looks a little better. Just like right here looks uneven as heck. I might have to live with it. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the Single Shadow Cuteologist from ColourPop. My little dried out shadow. And cover up some of that brown there and kind of re-solidify this color's presence. The color's like, I'm still here. Don't worry. and then kind of blend in falling shadow. Blending these two colors together. Oh gosh, okay, hold on. Oh, it looks good. Okay, so what I just did was blended it up with my thumb like this and kind of lightly blended it up. I need more cutologist over here, right in that crease where there is just too much brown. Okay. Doing a little more blending action so it's not harsh in between these colors. Oops, I didn't want to put it there. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, I'm going to take my makeup wipe and wipe that off. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the Anastasia brush. That's for the dark color mostly. Kind of blend these together here. Going back into the brown. Oh, jeez, I keep hitting my elbow on this darn table. Okay, I'm gonna take the blending brush, wipe it off a little. You get the process by now, right? Ooh, we got a patch. Might be from over blending. Kind of going back and forth with these brushes. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take my makeup wipe, my dirty makeup wipe, and find a clean corner. And, oh, you know what? I don't like how this looks. I just put my finger in the brown. I'm just going to lightly blend it with this orange here. Just looked a little harsh. I'll do the same on this side. Okay. You can see that gold glitter. That's pretty. So I'm going to wipe off my under eyes, all the fallout. This is why I do my eyes first, because of this fallout, which I had quite a lot this time. Dark colors. And over here. I know I shouldn't be tugging on my under eyes this much, but I don't know how else to get the job done, so. I'm going to take a dry tissue and just do that, make sure it's dry. I can't stand the feeling of wet on my face. Alright, and so that's the basis of the eyeshadow, but when I go in with my brows, I'm going to conceal under my brows, and that will take away a lot of this brown, because it's obviously way too much brown, but this is just the beginning of the eyeshadow itself. Okay, so I sharpened my pencil properly. Like, at what point do I stop using it? I don't know. It's in black onyx. It's just the black one. I guess when I can't sharpen it anymore, then I can stop using it. I'm tightlining my upper lid. I never tightline the bottom because it closes my eye off and I don't want that. And then, so yeah, it's starting to catch up to me that my sleep schedule is all messed up now. Ooh, well, I see some red right here where I didn't get the brown, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered up with liner. Okay, so we'll start. Oh, I'm starting with the KVD tattoo liner in Trooper Black, I believe it is. Yeah, 01 Trooper Black. This is the best. This is the best for not feathering out, bleeding into your fine lines, all that. I always start at the beginning. It's kind of the rough draft. I really messed up because this one is so different than this one. This one's going up, this one's going down. So I have to go get a pointed Q-tip. I'll be right back. So I'm going to take the pointed Q-tip, take my makeup wipe and just get it wet. and erase some of this. You know what? This white isn't wet enough. Get a fresh one. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. So much more equal. Yeah. Okay. Putting me on again. Which is not good during the eyeliner process because it makes my eyes water. Tonight's shift is gonna be rough. I'm gonna be tired. Okay. Now I go in with the second coat of liner, which is the gel liner. It's the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pot Liner in Blackest Black. So I'm almost out of this one, as you can see, but we're gonna use that. I'm gonna mix it with the Inglot Duraline. It just makes it smoother, so I can smooth it out, and then it makes it dry down really nicely so that it doesn't move during the day. And I forgot something else. Forgot my little cuticle pusher that I mix the product in with on the end of it. The Inglot Duraline and the Gel Pot Liner. So I'm going to scoop some out, put it on the back of my hand. There's a hair in there. There's hair everywhere. Let's do a little bit more. I'm just scooping out. Meh. And then take a drop of the Duraline, mix it in like a little scientist. Okay. I'm going to take my Sigma brush, the EO6 winged liner brush. It is the tiniest brush there ever was. I'm going to go over my rough draft. I just like the opacity of the gel liner better. I like the finish of it better. And I don't know, this works for me. But I can't go straight in with the gel liner because I just can't do it for some reason with a brush. And then I'm going to take the gel liner and tight line with it to, what's the word? Make sure that that doesn't go away during the day. This is the part where I always get it on my contacts, and that can be troublesome. And we'll clean this up with concealer. I'm going to go on the other eye, tight line. Oh, got it on my contact. The beginning here looks different than the beginning over here. So I'm going to take a detailed brush from Sigma. Where is it? Here it is. Now this one's rubbed off, so I actually don't know. It might be E11, maybe. But it's just a teeny tiny little brush. And I'm going to go back into the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. Really dig it in there to get it on there. And I'm just going to erase some of this one and kind of smooth it out. Wipe it off on my towel. I took a little too much off, so let's fix that. I'm not going to put anything on this, and I cleaned it off already. I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm just going to smooth this out. I'm going to clean it off again. Go back in. There's a little bump. I didn't take anything on it. Just smooth out that bump. And on the other side and try to make it look more equal. That did it. But now this one's bigger. The bump is bigger. The hump. So I have to make this one bigger. Good enough. Oops. Got a little sloppy on that one. Take my detail brush, nothing on it. There's another little bump there. I do not like that bump, and it doesn't want to go away. It's better. Okay, now we gotta clean it up. I'm gonna use the, I almost said Shart because it's Tarte Shape Tape, but I put Shape and Tarte together and almost said Shart. Oh my God. The Tarte Shape Tape Blur Concealer. And this one's in honey, I think, or something. Light medium honey. It's got a nice diamond shape to it. It's kind of cute. I'm going to take a flat concealer brush, clean one. This is the Sigma Concealer F70. And I'm just kind of going on top of it. This concealer is the perfect texture for doing this technique. There's a little too much concealer on here, so I'm going to wipe once on my towel. I'm forgetting all my words today. And we're just going to clean up these wings, both top and bottom. I'm going to erase some shadow, but that's okay. Such is life. We'll put the shadow back in. I'm going to wipe the concealer brush on my towel. I almost went into the wrong thing. Get some more. I'm going to go back in with the liner. Okay, and then clean it up again. Having trouble getting this bump out. It's probably the KVD liner that's making that bump, because this concealer doesn't erase the KVD liner. I think it's because the KVD liner sets so quickly. That's better. My nose is running. There we go. I like how that looks. Now let's go to the other side. So this isn't really winging out very well, like not completely, because I worked so hard on this one for so long that this is really dried. So I'm going to, on the outer limits of the wing, add fresh liner so that I can get it to swoosh out with the concealer. Because the fresher it is, the easier it swishes. And I'll get some new concealer too on my brush. That was a little much. There we go. I don't like when the end of it is like rounded like this. So that's why I'm doing this business. Oops. So this one is fatter here. So I'm gonna add some more on top. Yeah, see, that is happening because it's too dried down because I spent too long on the wing on the other side. So you only have so much time to work with these things. Just putting some fresh liner right on top of those patches. There we go. Just not wanting to wing out right today. That's better. Let me clean up down here because there's some smeared liner kind of still showing. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna blend this brown down a little. And then I'm gonna add the brown back in. We're gonna leave the liner on the hand. I'm just gonna take my finger into the brown. I might cover up part of the wing, but we're gonna put it right back on. A lot of erasing and putting back. There we go. Kind of blending it into the top. Ooh, I'm sitting on my foot and it's getting numb. Cutting off my own circulation. Blending it in all over. It's nice and even. Okay. Now going back over whatever we erased. Very gently, because you saw what happened when it dries and you drag it. Patches right off. Okay, that side's good. This side needs a little something down here. What is that? There we go. I try, after I put it back, I try not to go on top, because then I'm just erasing it again, but if it needs it, whatever, it needs it. Still going back in with the concealer. There we go. Now I have to add some brown back on there. And thankfully I did not get any brown on the liner again, because I don't want to mess with that anymore. Okay. And you see, like, I have some black here, whatever. My foundation will erase that completely. So now I'm going to take this off my hand with a wipe, because we are done. Done with the eyes. Time for the face. Okay, so now it's time for the face prep. I start with the ROC Multi-Correction Revive and Glow Eye Balm with vitamin C. It's just, wow. Why does everything look more orange on camera? It's an orange. It's a very light orange. Balm. So put that on my under eyes. All the way up under my wing. I'm not going to use the retinol today because I'm finding that, I'm just going to spread that out. I'm finding that if I use it every single day, I start to get some stinging action, and I don't want to give myself like a chemical burn and have my skin break down because it's too much retinol. So now I'm using it every other day, and I'm pretty sure I used it yesterday. But next I would go in with the Beauty Bio, the highlighter concentrate. It has vitamin C and plant-powered retinol. So I thought plant-powered retinol would not be that strong, but apparently it is because it gives me stinging if I use it too much. So I'm going to go in with the In Beauty Project Face Glaze. This is like, I use it as a primer, but it says highlighting gel cream. So it's to glow and hydrate. It's infused with vegan squalane, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid. So it's like good for your skin too. And it gives it a nice bronzy glow. I don't know if the glow really shows up through my foundation, but I do think that it makes my complexion look better and make it last. I'm almost out of this tube of it. Ooh. There we go. I probably have like one use left of this one, but I have a backup, so we are good. So I'm just going to put that all over. Let me get a fresh makeup wipe. That's a cute look, huh? I'm just gonna rub this in with my hand, my fingers, whatever. I feel like this makeup makes my, this product makes my makeup stay longer, like a primer would. I really like it. It's like part of my everyday routine now. Really put it down my neck. The only time I put it down my neck is if I have extra and like too much. I do put my foundation down my neck though, for sure. Okay, speaking of foundation, we're gonna go in with my new favorite, the Jane Iredale Skin Tuition SPF 30. Radiance Boosting Liquid Foundation. I am in the shade 36 Light Medium. I'm going to do 3.5 pumps of that. I love this foundation. It gives you a good glow, but not too much. Stays, wears great. Love it, love it, love it. Oh well, my concealer will cover it up. Okay, I always get nervous about this part, so I don't want to fuck up my eye makeup. I blend it into the hairline. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Got hair sticking to me. And then I kind of get the sides of the nose here. The side of the brush. If I erase some of that, that's okay, because the concealer would have erased it anyways, that I put under my eyebrows. Oh, these little loose hairs. Oh my god. My hair is like extra crazy today. Look at this. Obviously, I'm not going to work with my hair like that. I'll fix it. I always do my makeup before my hair. Because without my makeup, I feel like every hairstyle doesn't look right, so I don't know. Okay. Now I bounce my Fake Beauty Blender. This is the one from Real Techniques. It's the only ones I use. And I never use it wet. I do use it with old product on it. But I personally don't like it wet. And I'm just pressing that foundation in, and it's removing any excess foundation so that I don't look cakey. I especially remove the excess foundation between my brows because that's where it really can look cakey quite quickly and easily, and up on my forehead. Okay, let me take the foundation off my lips with the makeup wipe and dry it with a tissue. And go in with some more Lanolips, put a new coat on. Okay. Next is my brows. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown. So, dark brown. I'm going to take off the old concealer that was on the brush. And then I'm going to wipe off the old product from the end of the spoolie on my towel. Got worse. Oh God. I'm a unicorn. Whatever. My foot's falling asleep again. Oh, oh. Oh no, actually, it's too high in general. It's fine. Okay. Looks crazy now, but we'll clean it up. Okay. Now, I'm going to skip ahead a little and do concealer. This is the Bye Bye Under Eye from It Cosmetics. It's a concealer, but it's really a corrector. It's in 24.0 medium beige cool. So I'm going to put this under my under eyes. Under my under eyes? Under my eyes? On my under eyes. I'm also almost out of this. But what I do is cut it open and get every little last bit out for this one, because there's quite a lot left over when it seems like it's actually done. I'm going to take a separate concealer brush, not the one I used for the wing. This is, again, the Sigma Concealer F70, so I have two of them for two different purposes. And I'm just going to spread this out with this brush first. This has like a peachy color, so it corrects my really dark circles. And I kind of spot correct with it too. Any spots that need covering up, I do that too. It's a very thick concealer, so it's really not for everybody. But I need that kind of thickness for these under eyes. And I'm kind of doing some correcting on my chin as well. I'm going to take my little fake beauty blender from Real Techniques. And I'm using the same beauty blender throughout this entire process, by the way. Oh, I forgot. I have dark spots right above my lip that look like a mustache. I hate them. So I always do that too. My stomach is growling. Probably because I've been awake so long already. I think I woke up around 11:30 and I was like, I'm not getting any more sleep. Okay. I'm just pressing and pouncing. I go on my nose as well to get all those dark spots. Kind of get my bottom lash line as well. Makes you look more awake. And I have like red eye lids, kind of. The edges are red anyways. I'm going to put a little bit here. Just what's left over on the sponge, kind of in the center here. And then I'm gonna kind of press it and pat it because I don't want too much product there. And this is a thick concealer. Okay, now let's fix the eyebrows because they look crazy. I'm gonna take that concealer brush that I used that still has product on it and carve my eyebrows out on the bottom. need to add a little. The sponge kind of took some off the top here. It's got a weird shape to it now. There we go. Okay. Much better. On the other side. I think the same thing happened over here too. Shit. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to take the under edge of the Beauty Blender, and first I'm going to take the tip actually and erase some of that darkness that was on the sponge before, or on the brush before, from my shadow. First I'm going to do the insides. And then the rest. And I'm going to take the tip and wipe that away. Okay. I'm going to wipe off the spoolie again at the end of the eyebrow pencil and blend the front. Okay. You know, I feel like this needs to be longer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do both sides or not. That's better. Right? Okay. Okay. When I powder between my eyebrows, it will blend the front part out even more. Now the challenge of getting this shadow blended. First I'm gonna do a little arch highlight with the Moonchild, Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild highlighter palette. I use one shade for this, the Pink Heart. Pink Heart. I'm gonna take a very teeny tiny brush if I can find it. Can I find it? There it is. Very teeny tiner shader brush. Teener tiner shader brush. This one's from Morphe, but it's when more like original Morphe. I don't recommend their brushes now. It used to be better. Okay. Okay, so I have the BK Beauty 211 detail blending brush because I don't want to take my eyebrows off, so I want a smaller brush. I'm going to start by doing this, actually, with my finger. I'm going to start in the inside. Okay. And I'm going to go to the outside. Oh, here's Cora. Hello, Cora. Do you want to say hi? Here's... Oh, this is so fitting because it's a Halloween-inspired video. Okay, she doesn't want to be here. That's Cora. Coraline is her full name. I'm wiping it off on the towel. You should see my towel right now. Okay, I'm gonna take the Anastasia brush and pounce it around a little. I didn't put any product on it, although I might. Oh, maybe I won't. Well, I do need some right there. So I'm gonna go back into the palette. There we go. Let me take the detail brush. Okay, now this is looking very dark, so I'm going to take that concealer brush that I used and put some leftover concealer right there. I'm going to take this guy. He's shaped like that. This is from the brand, the collab brand from Sally's Beauty Supply, but I don't think they're a thing anymore. Let me use that, but BK Beauty and I think Details by Tati both have a brush like this. So that just brings some light. Into my inner corner. There, so it doesn't look quite so aggressively dark. I'm gonna take my detailer brush again. Actually, I'm gonna take the Anastasia brush. Add barely any in there. There we go. Good. There. That way it looks more slanted instead of just all brown. Let me wipe this brush off. Let me put back in the tails of my brows. They're just a little bit shorter. Cora, I thought you didn't want to be on camera. Now you're talking to me like you want to be on camera. Okay, so next is the Huda Beauty powder in Peach Pie. I'm going to put that under the eyes. And then we're gonna put it here, here, on my chin, and between the brows, like I said. I'm also gonna put some on the sides, kind of, to help when I wear sunglasses so that there isn't as much of an indentation. Also, when I wear sunglasses, when I take them off, I rub right here lightly. I kind of like blend right here to blend the surrounding product back into that little space that got erased by the sunglasses nose pads. Now I'm gonna take the Hourglass what's this called again? No. Ambient Lighting Palette. I do have the new one, but I didn't think about using it today. This is just the one they always have on their site. It's in the lightest shade, I believe. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush. This is a Real Techniques 201 brush. I'm gonna go in all 3 shades and kind of do a finishing powder situation. This will set the whole face. Okay. Got like a bunch of concealer. I have to go get a blush and a highlighter because I wasn't sure what look I was going to do today, so I didn't bring it. Okay, I almost forgot bronzer. I was going to go right into blush. So we're going to take that Dior bronzer again. This is in 10 Soft Matte. Yeah. I'm going to take BK Beauty brush with the 104 brush. Big fluffy bronzer brush. Swirl it in. Basically do the outer perimeters of my face. And I'm blending into my hairline once again. I love how this bronzer smells. And then I go like here and here on my neck on both sides. And that's kind of for contour purposes, to give some shade to this hollowness so that my neck looks slimmer. I don't know. I chose the an orangey type blush. This is Fleshed Out by Urban Decay. What are these called again? Face Bond? Yeah, Face Bond blush. I'm gonna take a BK Beauty Nikki LaRose brush in the N15. I love this blush brush. Best one I've used. It's coming off more pink. Well, it's a blush. It's supposed to be always slightly pink. We don't exactly blush in an orange tone, do we? I feel like it needs more on this side. I always go in with my beauty blender and just do that. Kind of blends it, I feel like. Okay, and then highlighter. I chose the Unearthly Low Light. in Moth to a Flame. It has this like orange, it just looks white here. It has this like orange highlight to it, which is why I'm using it today. What brush? What brush? I'm using it with the Real Techniques brush. It's called a setting brush. Who would use this for setting? I guess maybe setting your under eyes, but like your whole face? I don't think so. Real Techniques 402 brush. And I'm gonna put that right here. Again, I'm gonna go right here to kind of blend it. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it. I'm going to put that on my nose. Maybe you can see it better over here. No, you still can't see how it's kind of orangey. I don't know. Put it on my nose. I put it a little too high up, so I'm going to pat that out. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over it with the gold. I have a hair in my nose. Okay, I'm gonna go over it with the gold, what is it, Trophy, the one in Trophy Wife Diamond Bomb. So there's that, kind of scary looking. I'm going in this with this Sonia Kashuk brush that's very old and discontinued. But BK Beauty and once again Tati's Detail by Tati's, Detail by Tati, they both have a brush like this. That will give me a nice gold shimmer, which will go with the orange look. Which again, you can't see, but in sunlight you can see it really well. Well, I guess you can see it maybe slightly. Okay, so that looks good. I don't go over the bridge of the nose with this Diamond Bomb one, because I don't want a glittery nose. That's kind of weird. And then I have the In Beauty Project Lip Oil Glaze in Cookie. I love this one. With really dark, aggressive looks, I really like doing like a nude lip. Let me just check the time. Because I'm about to be running late. And I think like a brownie nude looks good with this orange look. All right. Oh, I gotta set my face. I still have the old version of the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. And I have a backup bottle of it. So I'll have it for a while until I have to find something new. I mean, I guess I'll try the new formula. I don't know. I will. I'll try the new formula. Probably good. Still feels wet there. Okay, now that's it. So I'm going to go put my scrubs on, do my hair, and I'll be back.
So this is the finished look. I did my hair all nice and neat, got my scrubs on. So yeah, so thanks for joining me, getting ready before work. I still need to pick out my Halloween badge if I can find them. I don't know. Maybe go with a pumpkin today since it's like orange. But yeah, that's it. So I gotta go pack my lunch and then do a 12-hour shift. Fun stuff. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.